it might just be saved for the medium and heavy duo that we see a lot. You see that the lights play off and split off from their medium and heavy, but nullifying them just lets them get away. Like, you kind of want to kill them, you know. It's not a free kill with that the taser was anymore. So you almost want to completely switch how you would use it in terms of how you would used to use the taser.
I definitely agree, and it could be really good for like forcing point because you can just nullify and take them out of the fight or turn the fight into a 2v3 scenario. So we'll see. I don't know if we have a double light comp on the other team. Hopefully it's going to be double
medium. And if I saw correctly, this double medium is using double model. So let's see. And you have double model with Y Satan's Y signature flamethrower lockbolt combo.
Yeah, I haven't seen anyone do the flamethrower as good as Y Satan Y, but this is going to be a tough one because they all triple close range going into this fight. We're going to have pink team on the high ground as orange team pushes in aggressively. Satan takes some big damage. Will they capitalize on this? But Zuki gets hit with a big red barrel.
Oh, they're going to get dropped down
very soon.
Viper is going to kill Satan, and that's going to be a quick wipe. Y Satan Y, unfortunately, jumping on top of Goo, getting burned by his own Goo, and then just getting dematted down and killed.
And pink team's going to take this most likely to the top of A. Construction, although being a fan favorite, is still very great at defensive setups. You have that crane, especially with this double light comp. You can just sit on that crane and just beam.
Yeah, you might have one. Maybe we'll see both lights go up here, but actually it looks like there's a matter on Viper. So I'm not really sure if he's going to play up here. It looks like he is. He might just play the Batman drop down, try and insta-kill, assassinate one of these people. But yeah, it looks like both the lights are up top. Let's see what orange team is going to do here.
Orange team probably going to look to force point. Bobo trying to look for a little bit of an off angle. Satan does go for that force point. Pink team dropping down, shooting that model down on this team. As Satan goes for that flamethrower play, jumping up, getting that loft but does miss.
Yeah, and it looked like Satan actually instantly started stealing after his teammates were going the other way. I don't think they were on the same page just yet, but that's what pucks are for, learning how to move and how to, you know, circumvent situations with teammates that you've never had before and people that you've never met before sometimes.
Yeah, and pink team goes down. There was a little bit of a scramble there. That whole team just not knowing when to push. They could have... That dematting the point down and forcing him kind of put them in pressure. Just like you said, not knowing how each other play can be a detriment.
Yeah, it looked like Zuki wanted to get that early demat and apply the pressure, but he immediately got picked by those double models, which did get a range buff. So that actually came into effect right there. Two of them shooting him up in the air, pot shotting him. And now they have to defend one more fight here.
Pink team has very little time to make a steal here. They're going to have to look for a quick pick and go for that steal. Bobo taking some big damage. The Signal gets found himself. Llama getting tapped so hard, and he's going to fall off the map. Bobo trying to stall all as Satan drops down with that flamethrower, getting them off that point, and looks like he's going to secure it.
Now notice he didn't do damage, but just his mere presence, the aura of the flamethrower just got them running backwards off that point.
Bobo versus Zuki right here. Zuki dematting in. It's going to be Serb versus Model as long. Viper does get that flank.
Oh, Viper did not respect the ones.
And we're going to be going on with an orange advantage in this next point. And we have a hospital point. Orange is going to be able to set the pace here. They can just sit on the clinic and just wait for pink to push back over.
I think Llama is going to go... Is he going to go up crane? No, he is going to just sit on top of one of these corner buildings. These little... where the antennas lay. And he's just going to make sure that his boy Zuki can get across this without getting padded on, dematted down against these double medium team.
Orange team taking a 2v3 Signal, padding up. Going to be looking for some advantage. Does get nullified in this fight, making it a 2v2 essentially, but he does get away. Viper taking some big damage to that model.
Yeah, it looks like Zuki left the cash box to come help out his boys, knowing that he needed to be there, and there he is. Two 2 kills to his name. Does he get the third? He gets the third. Oh, Llama stole it. But he did the damage. He did the damage. That was Serb damage right there. Llama came in. Not stealing, securing. We call it securing around here. We don't steal kills.
Solid damage from the Serb. As you can see, that was one massive matchup. The Serb still edging out the model and the damage.
Yeah, absolutely. Now we'll see this rotate. The new UI, not really telling us exactly how many seconds, but still giving us a good general on timing on when Orange team was going to respawn. We get the plug, and Cernal's going in fast. Oh, they're walking it in. They're walking them down. They don't care about glitches. They don't care about anything. Already gateway.
Just pulling Viper around like a slingshot.
Yeah, he's getting slinkied everywhere. Oh, it looks like Cernal in a 1v2. It was not communicated, and now Zuki is in. Oh, Boo Boo's missing some shots on Zuki, getting out.
Satan's chasing down Zuki as Zuki does narrowly escape. Llama kind of getting that feel for him.
That was a really good fast push. It definitely caught them off guard, but they just were not hitting the shots. The model shots were not coming through. Zuki took practically like 2 bars of health, practically no damage as he was getting jumped on by two of Orange team. Oh, and he just jumps him anyway, getting the 3rd kill, securing a good another 20 seconds for this box, putting it to one more fight, right?
Yeah, it's probably going to be one more fight here, but Satan unfortunately got staggered, so this is definitely going to be their last shot.
Yeah, and it looks like they're putting a gas barrel on, not priming it yet. Well, they don't have Serb. Oh, that's true. I completely forgot about the flamethrower. Very true. I was like, oh, there's no Serb. It's fine. It's good. That's actually useful. Nope, there's a flamethrower on the server. Forgot about that. Normally don't run into flamethrowers here, folks. And it looks like we're going to have both. Yep, both of the mediums going underneath. They're going to try and either winch it. Oh, they don't have winch. They might lock bolt it inside, but there's a piece of debris in front. Boo Boo's team knows what's going to happen. They're going to get jumped on by 13 different angles right here, and they just have to either stick it or get all 3 kills instantaneously.
Circle down to 2 HP. They're going to be going for the steal. Satan going to stick it. Looking for this nullification. He's probably going to get hit, but they don't get it in time. He gets knocked off and loses that line of sight.
And it looks like 2 of the pink team, Viper and Zuki, are going to die to the fire that was on top of the goo. Now we have a 1v1. Llama is going to kill Cernal, but the 1v1 again. Why saying why got fibbed? And now he's getting poked from the back. His regen is gone. He has 1 bar of health, and that is another wipe. So they are going to have tempo.
1v2.
Yep.
This vault spawns over on Hospital yet again.
Maybe we'll see a double gateway. Definitely a single gateway. Oh, no, they're opting to just leave it and play the exact same spots they were before. It looks like Viper on top.
Finally zipping back over, regrouping with his team. It's going to be another fight, a 3v3. Cernal, Satan, and Bobo jumping up to this high ground, kind of controlling the space, keeping the points to their back, and setting the pace.
And I like this a lot. I like that they're staying top con. They're not fighting. They're not pushing the same spot that they were before. That was a huge gateway, though. And they get the plug on top of their heads, dunked it in, and now they're just trying to kill them as they have high ground from the skies dropping on them.
Llama getting taken out by Cernal, that model being so oppressive against the light. As Bobo is now in a 1v1 against Zuki with that Serb. Bobo
and it looks like Serb is going to edge out. But Cernal's going to get the refrag, and Viper gets the refrag. We're trading everywhere. We're playing Counter-Strike. GG. 1v1, Y Satan Y versus Viper. Oh,
the gas!
He emotes!
The smoke
the gas saves him! It actually saved him. He emoted, but he was on fire. That smoke actually saving him right there. He was going to tick down. It was going to be a double wipe, and they were going to have to gamble on who spawns closer.
Wow. I don't think I've ever seen the smoke save anyone just that close to death.
I wanted to see his HP there. He had to have been 1 or close to. All right, it looks like Orange team is going to be spawning in glass. They are going to be shooting their flamethrower, unfortunately, to let Pink know where they're coming from, but that mega pad is going to let them know anyway. Taking out the crane, I like that. There's no cloaks on the server, so whatever they see is what they get. They're going to go from inside, the same that they did on the first point, but there's nowhere to demat down, so they're going to have to fight their way out of this one. They are not going to let them get this.
Yeah, pink team having the high ground is going to be an oppressive position. All they got to do is play their time as they do get jumped on. StN nullified, going to be jumping on top of Llama here, trying to get any sort of damage with that flamethrower not offering enough range. Zuki going down, and Llama at 2 HP with Orange team got everyone back up. They putting the pressure at 1 HP.
Sergnal is cocooning himself. Sergnal is but Viper's on top of him with a matter. No, that's not it. 1v1. Llama full HP. YSANY one shot getting ticked by. Oh, and he's out. He's gone. He's gone. He's in another dimension. That's it.
Dang, and pink team does take game 1.
I respect the triple pad. I don't think that the model shots were hitting to get those lights instantly killed.
And Brendy does opt for the heavy. Oh, double medium on both teams.
Wow. I was not expecting this. Just a mixture of HF and Apes in the same server battling for superiority. Let's see which Serb is going to take
it all.
And Brendy, signature Brendy, just going right in there, getting tapped, not scared of anything. He's going to take kite himself with Zuki and Slothful on, I believe it was the Pike. He's going Pike, unfortunately.
I always feel like Fortune Stadium has the weirdest initial spawns for 3v3s. Like, one team always spawns all the way across the entire map.
I feel that too. I noticed that all the time. One team always spawns by Clinic, and the other team always spawns in Glass or somewhere close.
We have Orange team posturing up on the high ground, defending their position. Pink team gonna take this opposite roof, getting some initial shots off on Sloth as Zuki and his team drops down.
And it looks like Sloth is playing for his life. Zuki's gonna try and get in there. He's not gonna find anything, and he's gonna goo his way out, trying to reconvene with his teammates, listening for that flamethrower, and they're all 3 together. It looks like Cafe is actually what's his name? Cafaneo is actually on the repeater. So we have Pike versus repeater here, and Sergnal's on Scar. So there is no Serb, there is no shotgun going for YSANY's team.
StN taking on Brendy, getting that medium pick as Brendy is half HP. We're gonna see Pink team trying to follow up, getting the fib on his teammate as both teams
double
get the
fibs.
reset.
And it's a 1v1. They're both 3-bar, and Cafaneo gets it.
That repeater shot hitting strong, taking out Zuki in 1 tap, almost from a half HP.
Yeah, they were both 3 bars. Zuki might have started getting his regen running up the stairs, and he just chopped his ankles in half, broke him, body flopping down the stairs, and that was a clean wipe by Cafaneo. All 3 kills.
It looks like we're going to be... Oh, Orange team does spawn right on A, and they're going to be able to defend this cash up, but Pink team might opt to go to B.
They are going B. They are going B. They're going to try and beat them to Hospital right now. For those who don't know, Fortune is a smaller, broken down version of Soul, so Hospital is going to be overpowered on both. It doesn't look like it looks like
teams
it doesn't look like he's gonna be able to make it there before getting jumped on, and he's not gonna be able to recognize that. But he's gonna pat himself out trying to live. He does not, though. All 3 of Brendy's team dropping onto YSANY, pushing him together. And Zuki gonna clean up the 3rd. That's gonna be a wipe. And unfortunately, even though they won the box, Brendy's team was fortunately able to spawn on A and then beat them to B somehow.
Yeah, I don't know. They got the jump on him, even though Pink team did get the jump over first. They just got great pacing because StN did look for that lock roll to stop them, whereas Sergnal just got caught a little bit too off guard in playing on this high ground.
And this is something I love that Zuki just did. He's going to be padding, or he's going to be gooing both of the triangle pads. Cafaneo almost getting baited off it, jumping off the edge because the Pike was able to destroy the pad in time. They're gonna have to wait for that goo to break from the fire of YSANY flamethrower, and they're gonna all make it underneath together, regrouping. making their way up the stairs.
We're gonna look to D-Mat Zuki straight down, but a big RPG comes out from Brendy. Satan's gonna be looking for that flamethrower. Does get the pick on Slaw as he looks to get some extra burn damage on the last two remaining players on Orange team. Get some great damage. Cafaneo hitting some great shots here as Zuki does get that fib.
It's gonna be a 3v2 now. Zuki's 1 HP. Sloth got his regen reset, and that is going to be the wipe. Fibs were exchanged on both sides, but it was a 3v2 in the end. And that RPG from Brendy, the DMAT dropped him down, but the RPG just wasn't enough to instantly kill 2 or 1. That's going to be a flip, and it might not have any time for this. They're going to have to instantly go for it. If there's any goo on this side, they're going to break this pad really quick, but they might just be able to pad over insta.
They do get the goo out, but it does break instantly because it does catch one of the players. Cafaneo getting jumped on by 3 players. They need to just rat.
Yup. And it looks like Brendy's gonna find the next. He's gonna, oh, he loses the 1v1 to YSAY. YSAY living with 2 HP. But it doesn't matter. Sergnal, YSAY, the flamethrower, and F-car combo. Never thought I'd see it in 2025. Winning a 2v2 fight.
I did like the aggression Brendy had. He did have the right idea of pushing a fast aggressive, trying to buy as much time for his teammates to just beam at in and force that steal.
Very true. I want to know what the comms were like, because Brendy chased YSAY, but the other two were most likely going for the flip. I'm not sure who called it, or if there was a miscomm, or if Brendy just saw him and wanted the opportunity while the other two flipped. But I'm curious as to what happened there.
Orange team going to be looking at this high ground, going to be playing aggressively. Cafaneo leaving his team behind, going to take this elevator without them.
He wants the high ground. He wants that repeater, but he was just a little too late. A little too late, buddy. You want high ground immediately. Zuki getting tagged by that repeater.
Look at this lock ball.
The huge red barrel. They are going to get the fib, but I don't think it matters here. Sergnal's team is very happy and healthy with this. Oh, Zuki could clutch this. Does he have fib? He does have fib. This could be a huge clutch. He's trying to demat him down because he just got into the fight. No demat. Cafaneo is in a 1v2. They're both healthy. He does trade actually with he does kill Brendy with the punch, but Zuki is going to trade him out.
Unfortunately, getting split off there did cost him the fight, but it did give his teammates a big entry. Satan was able to get a big lock ball on that team, but unfortunately,
that lock ball red barrel was amazing.
Yeah,
that was great. The bubble from Brendy actually coming in clutch at the very last second to let Zuki be able to survive there. No Kobe was found here tonight. All right, YSAY just getting in there. Oh, no, he's waiting for his team. All right, he's going second floor. Let's see where they're going to push from. He's zipping up. No fear. No fear at all. No pad, no nothing. He's walking in. He does not care.
Another red barrel from Sergnal getting it big. Cold is going to get taken out as Brendy is going to get a big burn damage on him. Cafaneo cleaning him up against Zuki. We've seen Zuki clutch these moments before with that Cerberus, but unfortunately he only has 3 bullets in a dream.
And that dream turned into a nightmare. He's going to go down. The 1v2 is just not in his cards this time. No fib. And that's a flip for Pink. We are going to have 2 fights if this next fight goes down to like 30 seconds, 20 seconds, but right now with the stalls and everything, the DMATs, it looks like it's just going to be reduced to 1 fight.
Yeah, it's likely going to be 1 fight, especially with this goo blocking off the pad. It's going to take a little bit to break that. We do have Pink team in control, not knowing what to do. Are they going to pad over with this goo?
Yep. They need to go fast, though, before that repeater breaks that, and it looks like they are. That lock bolt's going to hit all 3, and YSAY, knowing what he needs to do, goes for the last guy that was already tagged, called out by his boys.
Oh, they're all burning.
Oh, they're all low.
Licks.
Yup, Zuki, 1v3. He is going to be going down here. They might be stalling him, but it doesn't matter. Another red barrel to secure the kill and the win on this map. They do not respawn in time. And that's going to be the game.
Yeah, and red barrel's got a buff because I'm pretty sure they do 10 extra damage on impact. That impact damage being increased by 10 this patch.
Oh, so they do 135, I believe, because before it was 25. So that's a significant change, actually. There are a couple things that do
buff. And they go faster. You throw them faster. All objects do throw faster. Yeah.
Why saying why with the 9 kills? Probably MVP of the lobby and in our hearts. The only flamethrower to really do it at high level, at this level of the game, folks. He's going to be taking it with Sergnal and Cafe.
And we got an HML comp versus Brendy on heavy, staying with that SA12 to show whether or not that nerf was substantial. Curious to see. We do see T-Mills on the medium. What gun is that on the pike? Looks like we're going to be seeing a triple medium comp potentially.
Triple medium, yeah. Triple medium, triple DMAT. This is going to be interesting. All rifles as well. No close range for this squad.
And a Poe rocking the dash. Is he going to be running the nullifier? I'm sure he will. He's been trying it out all day today.
And yes, he is. With the looking glass on the MP5, you don't see it much. It's my preference and some others, but you don't see it much on the MP5, the SMG.
I do like the looking glass. It's extremely clean. It does offer the best sight picture, in my opinion, but the holographic does have the least amount of shake, side-to-side shake. So that's why those two, in my opinion, are the best. A Poe going to be possibly getting taken out by T-Mills.
Very quickly, that 3-tap dirt nap from the pike, just letting him know you cannot play there when I am up here. I will hit those shots every time. Now, he only did it once, but that's what he's telling him. All right, it looks like Y is going to get picked from the back from that same pike. The pike just staying on top Church right now. He is going to go down from Cafe. Cafe just putting in work with that repeater. Back-to-back games, but he wasn't a 1v3. He fought valiantly, and he will fall. Getting that squad wipe is Brendy's team, and they're going to be moving this box.
They're only going to be moving the box towards Grandma's, it looks like. This is a very strong point. Going to be able to play this corner with great lines of sights. It would have been a little bit of a trap. Too. And they have plenty of stalls and rotations around. They can play a lot of these buildings.
Yep, they are going to be playing height here, as you'd expect with rifles. And it looks like Cafe is just going to be sitting on top of flat top right now, trying to do some early chip damage. Y doing his signature, go under and let my teammates chip while I just int. It looks like he's going to be going up right now. They don't hear him. And he's not going to be pushing the top. He is going to be inside. Cafe half HP pushing Brendy, not going to be able to hit. Brendy getting him to 1 HP, but Cafe beats him down viciously in the streets of Harlem. Punches him 3 times for 120 damage.
Insane does get that steal while all that's happening. It looks like it's going to be a 2v1 scenario right now, and it looks like Brendy's going to go down.
Yes, Brendy did get fibbed, but it didn't matter. Why is Y so skinny?
I think it's a visual bug.
Can we look at this real quick?
He keeps flickering in between the fat and the skinny heavy.
Heavies have abs now. Like, what is this? Look at him.
See, now he's the fat heavy.
Yeah.
He keeps going back and forth between skinny and fat.
Oh, he knows we're looking at him. All right, he's got the stream up. We should walk away from this. We should not. We shouldn't give him that.
And certainly takes a big initial damage from Cafe.
Already 3 bars. That repeater's putting in work when you know how to use it. It does 3-tap mediums and 2-tap light, regardless of headshots.
Cafanero just going to sit on his jump pad, going to be able to get back to his team, getting some great shots on T-Mills as T-Mills does play that low ground. Brendy going to be looking for a flank as Cafanero does pad away.
Cafe's not going to survive that. The triple range is going to take him out in the air. You do not take a pad with 3 rifles that look trained on you. And
Sergnal is going to be so oppressive. Nullifier coming out on Sergnal and stopping him from getting that steal.
Even though it was a 3v2, they were playing the money. They were playing smart. They had a drop. They had a flamethrower on it. And they had the nullifier. Now, this fight doesn't really matter. It's just going to set the tempo. And why Satan Y emoting for the camera again. We get it, buddy. You like to farm aura. We're going to move on to 2. Where Orange is probably going to spawn before they even get there.
They got a long trek all the way over to 2. Let's see where Orange spawns. I wish they didn't change the timer. I love seeing the numbers in the top left corner. I do not like the obscure bar that we get now.
I know that the wipe timers are around 25 seconds, so do with that what you will. I always know it's like 10 seconds when it's like more than halfway. It looks like we are gonna have a fight before the tap. This is a useless fight because if a team gets wiped, the other team has to go tap, and that's a 25-second tap, or that's a 20-second tap. So they are going to be respawning and have the box in hand at the same time. So nobody getting tapped here kind of makes this fight a little awkward because both teams just want to keep the game going. I know Brendy does for sure as he takes down Y Satan Y and going to miss the fib. He doesn't know he missed the fib, but it doesn't matter. The wipe is going to come through. Brendy is going to go get tap. And that miss fib did not cause them because Sergnal and Brendy both handling their ones there. Now, with no gateway, they are going to have to run this box out or punch throw it. Brendy is known for his punch throws. He can hit this. Tom Brendy, they like to call him.
Tom Brendy.
Tom Brendy. Brending.
He's definitely going to be punch throwing that up to his teammate, like you said. But Pink Team does spawn in. They're going to be able to get to A first. Orange Team might go to that C point.
This is where if I'm Pink, I just don't show. I send my heavy into A, not showing, and maybe send a light to church to try and veer them towards A. But that's not what's going to happen. They are going to show, and that means that they are going to have a free plug on C. Well, that's what you'd think, but they're chowing on top church, all 3 of them, putting him, down, and they are going to go back and take A.
I think they're playing a little bit too aggressively with that repeater. He is hitting a lot of shots, but just peaking just a little bit too long from this.
I think with 3 rifles top church, I don't think anybody's surviving that, no matter where you are on that side of the map. So unless you're inside that building, I did not expect them to come back and shoot down on him. So that was a good play. I'm not sure who called that, but it is going to net them the plug and a 4th of the way through this box before Cafe can even respawn. He's going to be using 1 of 3 coins. In this game mode, you get 3 coins, which doesn't sound like enough, but with these fights and how these go, you're going to see a lot of fibs coming out. And we are going to have a fight. Y Satan Y chasing down Brendy. Brendy running for his life at the bottom.
Brendy does narrowly get away. As APEZ going to look for that peel. Brendy dropping down. APEZ seeing him. Do some great damage off on Brendy. Brendy's still going to be on that run, trying to get his regen yet again. Dane's going to be looking towards this point, going to be forcing it as APEZ does regroup. It's going to be a 2v2 scenario here. Looking,
but we had a DMAP pad. We had a DMAP pad from Sergnal getting that stop. And now Sergnal, Brendy, they've all recouped. They're all here. He's going to throw a gas barrel on it. Not sure what that's going to do against a flamethrower like we said last round, but it looks like Brendy and Sergnal both 1 HP getting ran down. They're all 1 HP. They need to regroup and find 1 target. It seems like they're all just running away right now.
Sergnal 1 HP finally gets his regen. Halfnair looking for the forced point. Zane getting stuck by that goo in the corner. Gonna have to make a regroup with his team some other way.
Yep.
Dropping right on top of Sergnal works out.
Brendy's gonna play this smart, but he's nullified out of the map. He had a DMAT stall. Does he still have it? It looks like Team Mills got Cafe off, and they are gonna get the kill on the light. It is a 2v1 right now. Only the heavy, only Y Satan Y. Not sure what a flamethrower big guy can do against 2 mediums at range with the cash out with 5 seconds remaining. It wasn't in the cards. It was very close. Apo had a very good nullifier on Brendy, and it seemed like all hope was lost, but then Team Mills killing Calf right as he was about to steal, keeping this game going.
The right shots that he needed. That could have been a game over for Orange Team, but luckily Team Mills had a great positioning there. Sergnal going to be looking for some shots at Calf now. Pink Team does have the high ground.
And Brendy's going to flank him.
Doing great damage is Brendy, but he does narrowly miss that lost bolt. And now Orange Team does get a role reversal, taking out Pink Team essentially. Opposing has to
YC and
look for that
Y
reset.
playing really well right there for the equipment he's using, understanding that if he chases Brendy right there, he will get shot in the back by double rifle. So he's gonna try to play his life, but is not gonna work out. The teammates are gonna come through, and it looks like it's gonna be 3-on-1 here. Apo just kind of looking at them, hoping that they don't go to the spot that he doesn't want them to go to. Not sure where they want to take this.
D. This is gonna be a tough position for this flamethrower. They could lock it down on a forced steal, but getting there is gonna be problematic.
Not sure what Brendy... He needs his teammate. You can't knock it over with the FAMAS. It doesn't have that oomph that the SA does. Brendy's gonna tag Apo, make sure that Apo knows, like, hey, you can't just tax us for free damage anytime you want. He's gonna get in the half HP. He would have been a little more so a day ago before this FAMAS nerf, but now we're just going to see Orange Team splitting up completely, not showing any presence.
Pink Team is going to look like they're going to force it. They have no defense on it. He's going to be looking for the gateway. Gassing himself,
hitting the tree. Cernal is going to take the 1v1 against Apo. That is very good. There's no gateway for the opposing players to play around, and it looks like YC and Y is going to get ran down by T-Mills. Hopefully he gets one shot with this pike. One shot will kill him, and he does end up killing him. That is a wipe. That is going to be a flip. YC and Y getting that force, but Brendy winning the one-on-one against Apo, really solidifying that fight for them.
Yeah, and I'm not sure. Caffeinator just getting a little bit too split from his team. Needs to play with them so they can all take that gateway back up to high ground once they do get that flip. Apo getting a decent 1v1, but did get picked off by Signal. And they're going to be trying to get this added out yet again, using that goo, but it does not work out. Going to look for that melee to try and get it. But Pink Team's just going to go straight for it. Going to be dropping the goo, dropping the dome, forcing point, double everything up, and it looks like they have a great situation here as they do get stopped in that goo. Fire everywhere. It's going to be burning everyone. Someone does need to hop on it right here, right now. They have no time left as Brendy does look for that last and final goo.
And there we have it. The
Orange Team taking the W.
I thought they had that steal.
Yeah, but it's been that goo block.
He got off.
Brendy got in there, threw a goo right on top of them, and blocked everybody. We got Mpreg representing on this Pink Team.
This is gonna be fun. Double light on both sides.
Is double light medium better than double light heavy? This is what we will figure out
right now.
match.
Is Serb still king? Yes, but they're trying heavy anyway.
Alright, Vault 1 spawning pretty evenly between both teams. Orange Team does have this billboard position as Pink Team does come down on this low ground. This could be a little bit of a stalemate. Nobody's going for the tap. They're going to look for this fight quick. Pink Team posturing up on this point and waiting for Orange to do something.
Zuki slide hopping into breaking a bridge was pretty funny right there. He almost fell and got killed for it. It looks like Pink is going to get this tap. Wubsy and Zuki trying to get their regen before they pad, gateway, attempt to do anything. But it looks like Pink Team is going to be gatewaying this really quickly, but the clutch glitch at the last second comes in. They are going to get the steal of this box. It doesn't look like the team up top is going to be dropping down for them. It looks like they are just going to run this back all the way to A, all the way to top church, I believe, which is a very good spot for double light.
Yeah, this point is so oppressive. It's so hard to get to even force it. The only way you can get it down is like RPGing it. They do have the tools to do it. They do have the heavy on there.
They have the heavy. They don't have a DMAT though. So if that heavy gets glitched, then they do not have that drop. It looks like Zuki is gonna unfortunately demat himself and his teammate down. He is not ready for this fight, but Pink Team is not gonna be jumping. They did not recognize what happened. The solo light on roof lives to see another day.
Everyone is
we're gonna have a quick fight.
Split right now.
Pink is super split. The heavy's already going in by himself. Left side, he's half HP. Not sure what the plan is here. Zuki not jumping on him for some reason. He's half HP below him. He saw him, but he's not going to kill him.
We do have
He
Just
is
Angel
going to get the
hopping up that
fib.
ladder, getting a pick, and Zuki going to be resetting. Calcifer does get removed from the server for
Calcifer!
violation of fair
Cheating!
play policy. This is a TNT first.
Calcifer! What are we doing, buddy?
What is going on?
What?
He does boot the game back up apparently on my screen, so we'll see. I think he got booted for having the MPreg tag, maybe.
I hope that's what it was, or else we just saw a live ban. Now he's 0-1, so he really wasn't doing much. So let's see if they can actually do it without him, what they were doing before anyway. They're gonna ring the bell, it being a 3v2 right now. Zuki knows what's going on. There is, this might be a canceled match. This is a pug first for me.
I've never seen anything like this.
I don't think we play this out if he can't return due to his inability to play the game on a fair playing field with the rest of the players. I don't know.
I did see one of those messages earlier for someone having a very bad, naughty name. Calcifer logging back into the game. We'll see what happens.
I don't know. We had obese grandma for a couple weeks there.
Just Angel getting
was-
a clean pick, putting it into a 2v2 scenario. But Calcifer does get the reconnect. I'm not sure what that was about. I cannot stop laughing for that entire situation.
Now, I just want to point out that Heavy still has less damage than Calcifer, even though he's been alive for twice the time. Not saying much, but Wubsy is going to quickly clean them up, and that's going to be a wipe. Wubsy also going to set a DMAT that he had the DMAT going backwards, so it was already preset, so he actually just made them go backwards. Not really sure what that was about. Maybe he forgot. Let's hope he forgot. Regardless, that's the first box. Calcifer making it back. Let's see if he can come back from the ban. Hopefully he took his time to reconsider his actions, turned off what he needed to turn off, and get this game underway. Let's see if this will, let's see if anything will change. Let's see. Let's say. Catch that shit. Oh, decode. Not gonna catch it.
Calcifer looking for a big flank. I mean, Pink Team has been just continually split. We're going to be seeing this light looking separated from the heavy. We'll see who gets this. Orange Team with the points at their back in a great position to defend. It's going to be a clean stalemate.
Yeah, I'm seeing it super split coming from this Pink Team. They are allergic to each other, it looks like. They will not play next to each other. Even when Zuki, even when Zuki is running one of them down. Zuki will get taken down, however.
Just Angel getting some aggressive angles on these teams. Really pushing this offensive, getting space for his team, pushing this round in his favor.
Now, what do you even do when you're Zuki in this situation? Do you wait for them to wipe? Do you coin? I don't know what the comms are like, but that box is not moving. There is no way they need 3 people for this. One light can 100% run this box, but they're not going to. They're going to let them wipe, and most likely by the time they get this box in, unless there's a double gateway, they're going to be respawning and on their ass. I mean, running them down. I don't know how much I can curse. I'm not gonna lie.
That's all right. We got B hugging this box in. Orange Team just does get the spawn in. They're gonna be pushing aggressively and setting up their offensive. Let's see how they do this. They do have 2 lights and a DMAT, so they are able to sneakily push in. Also, we're gonna be looking. Just Angel are gonna be looking for some initial shots off on Wubsy, but does not hit anything.
And Wubsy bringing Just Angel, whatever his name is, to 2-bar. He's gonna have to play his regen, while the other 2 are on Orange Team are gonna be clawing their way, trying to demat the box down. Zuki's actually gonna be pushing right now with Deco. They found the Calcifer on his own. The hacks aren't gonna save you now, buddy. He's dead. Zuki full HP, gonna be attempting to kill this heavy 1v1 SA versus Serb, and the Serb just wins.
And
it doesn't
looks like
matter.
the Serb is just still just as broken as it was before.
Yep,
oh
Heavy.
my gosh, so
Eat your heart
impressive.
out, Heavies. Medium on top, baby.
Heavy getting nerf after nerf. That SA-12 nerf is not gonna save you today.
And neither will those cheats, Calcifer. 0-3. Maybe we turn them back on next game. Thoughts? I'm just kidding. He probably was not cheating. I say probably because I've never seen that before. And he could, what? I don't know. He's back in. So, like, he's not bad. This is going to be the final fight of this cash out and potentially of the game. They're going to have to find all of them. Stop Zuki's DMAT stall. He does have a pad already underneath. Calcifer trying to stop it.
Look to stick it.
No, because Zuki does get the DMAT, but then he gets nullified immediately. Just Angel gonna be sticking. He needs to stick. I don't know why he got off. He doesn't trust his teammates.
Time,
and he gets off again. No trust in the teammates, and that's why they lose. Okay, that's not completely why, but that was their only way of winning, and he got off anyway. Not sure why.
And our team takes it. That was just quite an interesting match. I am still giggling from that initial kick. I have no clue what just happened. And we got Derp rocking the new skin. He had to pick up something. He did see, I think he saw Brutal Logic running his skin. He was like, yep, all right, I'm moving on to something else.
Oh, this heavy is Derp?
Yes.
Oh. Bro changes his name every 2 weeks. Off cooldown, I swear to God. All right, Zuki's going to be rocking the Serb again. It looks like the SA is going to be coming out from Derp. Brendy on the double barrel light. Love him for this. Let's see what he can do. He is running the nullifier. So if he sees the light, he's most likely just going to nullify him, void him, and then run him down. And now he is on cloak. So he cannot, if some maneuvers happen, he cannot quickly jump. But the fight is going to be going underway. It looks like Derp is going to be fighting Slothful. Slothful getting the best out of that exchange with the Scar. Not sure how that happened. Zuki going to get 2 kills and the Fib carrying right now for the squad. And he's going to try and DMAT this last light that he saw second floor.
Randy just getting taken out. Going to be looking to get this respawn on its way for his team as Apo does run this with the stash.
Yep, that is a wipe. It looked like they were a little split, not sure where they wanted to go. However,
yeah, I'm not sure how Derp lost that against an FCAR with an SA-12.
I was going to say the same thing. I'm not going to lie.
We have Apo
Derp's on fraud watch. The rest of the map. All right, they are going to be sliding in from clinic. Brendy going to be cloaking, going underneath the ladder right now. Does he take the ladder? Does he take the stairs? He's making a lot of noise, just running back and forth. Looks like Unfortunate is just gonna DMAT up to him. They're all gonna gateway on top roof.
Huge RPG onto Sloth.
Yep, it is gonna drop him all the way down. However, that DMAT or that DB is gonna do a lot of damage. Getting a super clean defib onto Unfortunate.
And it's
2 mediums for Apo on roof. And the double defib is coming out. Apo on roof and Zuki jumping into all 3. Not sure what that was about, but it doesn't matter. He destroys Unfortunate with help from Apo. Slothful gonna get the trade onto Zuki. 2v1 right now. 2v2 right now, I'm sorry. And it looks like Derp is
hitting the nullifier. And just takes him out. The nullifier really backfiring there. There was a lot of focus on Derp in that situation, and then he got nullified when nobody could shoot him. And then he was able to get within that effective range of the SA-12, pushing so close while invincible.
I almost like to think about it, and I say almost because I haven't really thought about it until just now. The nullifier just kind of makes the enemy like Yoru from Valorant. His ultimate ability where he can just go invis and just appear anywhere. Now, he's not super invis, but he's intangible in this state when you're nullified. And that's what Derp used to his advantage, pushing up for the rest of his team. Now, unfortunately, he needs a pad here. Brendy's calling for the pad, probably screaming it, and he does get the really good DMAT so that they get a huge gateway up top.
Gonna have to look for a steal right here, right now. This is their last shot. Does get that drop on the point, double drop, and now it's gonna be secured. Dirk going to be looking for this SA-12 damage as
Wow.
Unfortunate does jump on him with a serve. Dirk does get that pick off on Unfortunate, and they do get that clean wipe on that team. Everyone going down all at the same time with one fellow swoop.
Yup. Now, not sure if you saw that, but they are running Reshaper, and the first C4 was Reshaped, but Derp, being the good, super good heavy that he is, heard that and was ready to RPG it down onto his other C4 that he had pre-placed from the previous fight. Very good heavy movement and awareness. Just being in the right place at the right time. And recognizing that people are going to be running that Reshaper. It's not unknown.
APEZ ratting. Brendan gonna glitch that gateway, stopping the point from getting teleported. But Orange is in control of the vault and in control of the game. They don't have to push over. Brendan just gonna be sitting in Viz, getting spotted by APEZ. Team not looking to make an offensive here.
Now, you know how they say you shouldn't self-insert. But if I was the other team, I would push them immediately. Low key.
Derp is getting instantly destroyed.
Derp
Oh
going
my
in by
god, that
himself.
serve taking out Brendy. BB's no match for that serve.
Oh, and Zuki almost gets the second kill, but the burn from Unfortunate is going to kill him, and Appo's going to clean up.
APEZ almost dying to that burn damage. That could have been a very precarious situation.
No, but Zuki did enough damage. He got a full kill and then dropped the next person to 1 HP, and Appo was just able to clean up. Remember, Derp insta-died at the beginning of that fight. It was a full 2-on-3, and somehow they come out on top.
It's just the serve. I mean, the serve is still just as powerful as it was yesterday.
It got nerfed to the ground. What do you mean?
It got nerfed to the ground. I wish. I think everyone wanted that gun to be destroyed. Getting the sword treatment. Brendy gonna be pushing aggressively on Zuki. This is gonna be a 50-50 scenario. And Zuki does come out on top with that nullifier, giving him such a great advantage.
Yeah, the nullifier not... You shouldn't just use it on the first person you see. It's a thinking man's gadget now. You really have to split people apart. If you do it on one person solo, that just gives them the advantage to get out of the precarious situation that they put themselves in. As this fight's going down, nobody's running the box anymore. It is going to be a 3-on-2 in favor of Orange. Slothful going to be doing as much damage as he can, but...
What a rap play from Brendy, getting a great pick, baiting his teammate, but unfortunately his teammate does get taken down. He's going to hit the nullifier, and we're going to be back in this scenario. Brendy!
Yup, and we'll see. Brendy is going to get him. It's going to be a 1-on-1. However, the box was plugged. So it's going to be in favor of the heavy, who most likely just picked up a body and is going to go res on top.
I think the emote. Both players going to be looking for this res. Brendy going to run into this corner.
And right now, you can just say that you can just see very clearly Zuki and Appo just doing a lot of work for this team. Derp also putting in his 2 cents of just being in the right spots and getting that stop on the first box, but...
Huge RPG on Unfortunate. Does get some great damage. Zuki hitting that serve shots right on top of Brendy. Brendy does get taken out.
Yeah, Brendy's going to run into the bub.
3v2 scenario? Where's
Yes,
their
Brendy.
third? Where does he got
Brendy
taken
ran
out?
into the bub. And with no support, no glitches, no nothing, he was going to be taken down. Oh, and the Zuki is just going to start running them down, dematting everything he can, doing as much as he can to stop this reset. But it looks like they are going to get a full reset. And now Zuki looks like he's alone right here. No, he's not. I'm just kidding. All 3 of them were there. I didn't see that. Okay. Well, Derp just jumped off the map.
Off the edge, looking for... I don't know what.
Oh,
but it's Slothful
jumped off the map.
I don't think that was the right play, because I don't even think there's any time. He needs to take that fight.
I don't believe there is any time left. I don't think they realized that Derp jumped off the map. I think he was in a 1v3 situation and just wanted to reset as fast as possible. So it looks like just like
pure domination from the serve.
Domination,
It's
just pure.
crazy.
It was just
Dookie really
fights
popping
after
off this
fights. Very true. Appo, probably the MVP in my eyes, just doing as much with that MP5 as he can, completely taxing the 2 mediums while Brendy was attempting
They're killing himself at the end.
to get in
Look.
there. That's going to be the game.
I mean, I think it was interesting seeing how the nullifier interacts with some of these duels, creating 50-50 situations. Like, you're just putting a coin toss up on this fight. I guess it can work when you do have that DB, but when you're up against the Serb, it is just pure RNG. I don't know much about Titanfall 2, but it definitely is my kind of game. The movement shooter genre is something I really love. So, Brendy on the sledgehammer.
What?
He's gonna be Satan's worst nightmare. I think he did not want to get caught on fire.
Yep, really trying stuff. And this is why we spectate Satan's games.
Unironically, Sledge is one of the best heavy weapons.
Right now, yes. Yes, it is.
And Winch just keeps getting buffed and buffed in the favor of Sledge, and it is not pretty. I mean, I'm a fan of Winch myself, but not in its current state. Brendy gonna be going for a jump pad RPG.
Yep, not gonna get it.
Missing the Winch, but Wubsy getting almost taken out. 1 HP from that Cerberus. This Angel taking out T-Mills. And Satan's gonna be looking for a lockball, but he realizes he has a freaking Sledge in his face.
Oh, but it turned into a 2-on-1.
Satan is not very happy right now. As knowing Satan, he is not happy with that Sledge is the #1 counter to Flamethrower.
Nope, I'm currently listening to them. He is saying very not nice things that I cannot repeat on air. That is a joke. We're going to be making our way to A with the box. Top church, same spot as before. Before it was a double light. Now we'll see how these two teams face off against each other on the HML. The more standardized loadout and just rollout for teams in this game.
I mean, this point isn't that amazing for the Sledge, but it can be very good if they do have a way to force it down. I'm sure Brendy might be running C4 if he is not. It could be.
He also could just break the wall and just winch it off.
Setting up here would be smart. Having this thing up in the air could be problematic if the team does get above him.
Very true. I do think that they need a way to drop it. Is he running C4? Let's see. Yes, he is. Does he have it set? I don't know. I'm looking now.
He does not have it set. Definitely not.
They do have a gateway
He's
on
going to
it.
be setting up right now.
There he is. There it is. Did he insta blow it up? Why did that?
Satan does drop it himself.
Oh, I see.
Going to be looking for a forced point here. Brendy needs to set up that right click as he's falling right on top of Satan's head.
Wow, just Angel baiting Y Satan Y. And Brendy hitting the winch on T-Mills. Knocked out of the park. He's gone. Just Angel baiting Y Satan Y with that mantle play. Gonna pop back up and then go diff him. Now it looks like Wubsy at the front side of church gonna be padding up in a 1v3 situation. Gonna be playing either his life or trying to get kills. Not sure what he's trying to do, but he is going to pick fight. And they do get wiped for it.
Fine decision to get wiped. They're gonna have one more opportunity to get this point. Brendy not willing to jump down on that flamethrower. I think he's a little bit scared, not knowing how advantageous this scenario would be if he did drop down on that flamethrower. Gonna be able to get that kill rather quick.
Yeah, I couldn't find Brendy. I just saw Just Angel making a really good play of just showing and making the flamethrower get off the steel and baiting him to get off. Now they only have like 10 seconds for this, really, to get here. That steel has to get stuck
instantly. They need to be using this. Oh, they do pre-drop it.
That pre-drop is perfect onto the pad. There was no chance of
infinite amount of time to secure this.
There was no chance of that happening. Y Satan Y is going to find the pick onto the Serb of Just Angel. And T-Mill is going to be finding Brendy. It is just the light khaki on the side of the church trying to pick off whoever he can find here before probably wiping. And there it is. He is gone. Wiping here is the smarter option in the grand scheme of things. You do want to wipe if your teammates are down and the box is not tapped yet. The two choices are that you come from where you just reset your boys at, or you get a random spawn. You can probably camp one of the cash outs. So you definitely want that art of surprise and unknown of where you are.
He's going to be working on that free rotate as Wubsy probably is going to gateway, but he does fail it, not moving outside of that range of that gateway. He does set up a secondary one. EP back over. Going to opt to just walk it in. Cocky Beans getting some high ground, playing grapple so he can get there rather quickly. Gonna get some free damage on Satan, gonna deny his regen for 10 seconds. Wubsy getting taken out by Cocky Beans, playing a little bit too aggressive.
And Brendy thinking he has... I'm not sure what Brendy's doing, I'm not gonna lie. Brendy thinking he had mesh. Was trying to... oh, and he just slaps it on top of him, really. Jeez.
I think you might be right. I think he thought he had mesh, just winching out in the middle of nowhere, wasting it.
Oh, 100%.
Oh my.
But StN winning their first fight, and actually looking at the kills here, you wouldn't think that the first box was so one-sided.
Yeah, we do see Wubsy playing a little
distribution.
bit too aggressive. He needs to be playing a little bit more cautious, not taking as many fights on these rooftops. Cocky Bean is getting better shots off on this light duel.
Unless your name is UNI, you probably don't want to be the first one on your team scene.
But
Now,
he does get that kill on Cocky Beans. He makes me eat my own words. It's just going to be Brendy and just
team shot
Angel
with
going to
him
be
and
taking some
T-Mills.
damage on that flamethrower, but that sledge doing work against the flamethrower.
imagine that winch hit. He probably would still die, but the winch would have been cool. And that is most likely going to be the point. Now, the play there was a dash pad gateway. However, they did it in the middle of the open. It was very... I forget the word. It's in my head. I can't say it. Help me.
Very obvious for them to
Yeah.
easily beam them out in the open as they jump pad in the air. Wubsy getting some great shots, really turning the fight around.
And Kaki is on the what's it called? Grapple hook. Thank you. You know what I was saying.
We got STN lost for words here. You can't even think with the high pressure game. These games
I haven't
are
seen
so
grapple hook
exciting.
in about 3 seasons, so I'm sorry, I couldn't think of the name. We're gonna have another useless fight practically with both teams just egoing each other.
Out of the fight, he's gonna be looking to destroy this. The lock was
He does destroy it. Not knowing Wubsy is behind him. Wubsy is behind him, second floor. Brendy just going to hand res in the middle of the open. Last 2 pinks are going to be on top looking for kills.
He hits the winch, but he dashes away, narrowly escaping, but gets caught on the rail.
Yep. Meanwhile, Team Mill's going to take out Kaki Beans. That Pike versus Light fight most of the time in the favor of the Pike, unless your name is UNI on the Light. And Team Mill is just going to be looking for... I knew it. He was just going to be looking for the Light, the person that he could 2-tap as they were crossing. And he hits the shots. Kaki going down.
Brendy hitting that winch. Why is he going for that right click? He does not know he has the 2-hit melee combo to instantly kill him. Team Mill could have gotten away there, too.
Doesn't matter. He gets the kill anyway, and we're still on this side of the map, 130 meters from the cash out. That is not tapped. I just want to say this. We have been here for 2 minutes with no box in hand.
They're just farming clips right here for the TNT. Whoopsie, Cocky Beans finally going for that tap. Using that grapple up to just get this game along.
I blame T-Mills, personally.
I blame T-Mills. He was perched up there like a menace.
He didn't have to kill Cocky. He could have just let them get tap and reset his boys, but no.
And they're still resetting over the other side.
They're still resetting. Boys, we're 140 away. We can walk away. We have 3 coins. We're fine. Why are we over here still? We could have been in mid, on D. Pause.
That gateway not going through, and they cannot get in there. Cocky, gonna be using all
what is going on both sides of the map here? I'm so confused as to what has happened.
They're still over there.
This is the last fight, Sonsoyo. This is the last one. The Pike trying to do damage. Kaki still face checking a Pike. Not sure what's going through his head. He was about to lose it in a second, but he opts to not face check the Pike. Very well done.
Wubsy is still on the opposite side of the map.
Where is Wubsy? Wubsy AFK. The power went out. The smoke alarm's going crazy. We don't know what's happening. He's still in the game somehow. Is that stick drift? No. I missaw. My mistake. Now I understand why T-Mills was piking from halfway across the map. Wubsy's still AFK. This could be a psychological play.
TNT I've ever seen.
Oh, and
today.
why saying why just runs into Brendy and Just Angel. Just Angel getting 2 max pumps on him, and unfortunately he does go down instantly. While Kaki is going to get the res on Just Angel. Oh, the defib comes out. It is the Pike versus 3 right now. Kaki is going, he's literally just resing everybody.
And now they're gonna have to wait 20 seconds for Wubsy to just
And that
sit there and do
is
nothing.
the game.
Insane disconnected out of anger. I don't blame him.
They know. They lost their teammate. Not sure what happened. Baby mama came home. Mom called. Somebody needed help with groceries. I don't know what time zone he's in. Maybe it was too late. His mom yelled at him. Don't know how old he is. Could be there too. But that is going to be the end of the game. Very fun game. Always watching Why Satan Why. The first lobby that we see him in, not top fragging. And unfortunately, his 2 and 4 teammate probably would have ended 2 and 5 if he was in those fights. Not gonna lie. Wubsy selling the low in the Ape Squad hugs.
Extraordinary speed and guts. We'll see you next time at the finals.
Stay tuned for that.
Now, the Live Wires versus the Boundless. Let's get started.
The arena is bathed in sunlight and with perfect visibility, the conditions are set for glory.
Yes, and here we go. Going this next match, we are already getting into the action. It's gonna be Bobo taking some initial damage. Llama also is low. As Bobo does get taken out by HD spawns. Calcifer getting a winch with that spear. Apo getting some great back shots, but Zuki looking for that fib gets nullified. Fantastic nullification, denying that defib. As Zuki now takes a 2v1. Almost cleans house. He does not have enough bullets though to take out Llama.
Powering through, opening vault 1.
We're gonna be seeing this double light medium composition from HD spawns, Llama, and Apo versus the. I think we definitely have Calcifer on spear, his tried and true heavy pick. Got the spear with Zuki on medium, and Bobo also gonna be playing medium, so double medium heavy.
Just made their return to the arena.
Exactly,
Bobo
Sonsoyo.
does spawn on A as Orange team gets positional control. Calcifer getting taken out from almost with that spear, but Bobo popping off and Zuki pushing in together, getting that kill as it's just HD spawns left. Bobo shooting bodies of his own teammate.
Wow, calling them dog shit in game.
I mean, that's his teammate from Pro Hubs. I mean, he's got to show some dominance.
Both of his teammates, yeah, letting him
Both
know.
of his teammates letting him know. Why didn't you pick me in this pug match? We could have had something special here. Bobo gonna be taking this high ground away from his team. We do have Calcifer on spear as Pink Team does spawn back in with that double dash. Gonna be setting up a dash gateway. Apo does come in very strong with that gateway, pushing aggressively. Does get that nullification. Now makes it a 2v1 scenario. This is one of the best
2v1 on
nullifications we've seen of the
Zuki.
night. And
Zuki's not gonna die yet. Does he get away? Calcifer is gonna, he double goose behind him, but Calcifer just gets absolutely destroyed. Spear is not a good weapon. Don't use it if you want results. And I mean, Zuki made an amazing book for his life, but it was for naught, as both of them are just going to be taken out very swiftly. That's a clean wipe, and they're only going to have 15 seconds to get back here.
That was definitely one of the best nullifications we've seen tonight. Really forcing that fight into a 2v1 rather than a 2v2 on that base check. So well done.
And that was from Apo, if I recall.
Apo and HD Spawns really pushed aggressively and got a great damage on Zuki, forcing him to run away.
Yeah,
we're not going to have any time here, most likely, for Orange Team to come in and get this steal. It's going to be Yeah, definitely no time here. They do have a pad right below there. Getting that stall guaranteed.
No time at all. We're going to move on to the second box. And for some reason, they push them anyway. Why are we doing this? You know what? We like to fight.
We got
I'm
a
okay
farm
with
clip.
that.
We're running the spear. We got a farm clip. Calcifer getting a clean kill on spawn.
Llama
Taking him
not
out.
missing a bullet against the other two mediums. However, there are two, so he needs to back up. He's going to kill both of them anyway. And
Oh,
Zuki is going to
nullifying
get the...
Calcifer.
Wow, Llama just 1v3'd practically. And now he's going back to help out his teammate because he said, oh, you need this too. Got it. And he's going to winch him. Wait, I didn't know he could do that.
Winch him right into it, and Spawn's already at half HP. Calcifer needs to get his regen, but Opposed simply takes him out with one bullet. Was that a 2-tap from the spear?
I guess. I don't know. I don't even know what the hitbox looks like, to be honest with you. I can hit around walls all the time.
The live wires are storming
The
vaults.
spear is one of the only melee weapons that does have a great hitbox to hit through walls. It does actually hit through walls, which is insane.
There's also the sledge.
The sledge does hit through walls too,
That goes
but
through
only
goo.
the right click. Every melee does technically hit through walls. It's just a matter of how much range they actually have.
Very true.
The live wires have kicked off a cash out.
And Llama taking an unorthodox angle on the completely other side of the map.
Spawns is going to try and get it outside, but he misses the DMAT just a little bit. They are trying to manipulate this cash out to a more favorable position for them as this double light team. They don't want to be grouped up. They don't want to be singled out either. So they are going to triangulate and just try to play as split as possible. All while getting ready to fight. It looks like he's going to DMAT right on top of the medium, and Spawns is going to be taken out immediately. Not sure if the call wasn't made on where they were or what, but Llama's going to take out Calcifer. That's a spear, and both of his teammates were 1 HP getting regen.
Bubble getting nullified as Zuki pushes in with that serve. One shot melees Llama to death and does get that another pick in combo shots with Bobo.
That was a really cool fight. Now we
That's
might see
what-
the same thing where they either pull it inside so that the double light doesn't have much room to work with, or is he going to send it outside and just make them play for the chase?
And that's one of those moments where the nullifier actually does not play into your favor. Nullifying him allowed him to get away scot-free at full HP and he was able to play with his teammate, whereas the damage probably would have been a little bit more impactful.
Yup. And like I was saying before, they are going to pull it inside, make the lights be a little more uncomfortable.
Calcifer getting knocked down, gonna hit that right click, the spin, the tornado. Not gonna hit anything, but he does hit HG spawns through the wall. And a Poe at 2H2 bar. Both.
However,
people.
Zuki and Boo Boo are going to stay up on height with their rifles. They are going to be dropping down onto this point. And they will get the stall. Yep, sets off the pyromines. And they kept height with both their rifles and double DMAT. They knew what they needed to do and just play point. Didn't matter that Calcifer died. He was the bait. They did what they needed to do to secure their money, and we move on to the
Llama
next box.
chasing down Zuki. A little bit scared of that Cerberus, which rightfully so. Gonna be corner camping right here. Does not fall for it. You see Llama getting that tap over on the other side of the map. Orange team resetting, not utilizing their coins like we said last match. Bubble would have been down to 1 coin. It is the final cash out, however, so it would have been worth it to just get a little bit more better positioning. Bond's gonna be using that gateway to get that point over to his team rather quickly. Gonna be plugging B as Opposed does get a little tickle from Orange team.
There's no doubt that the
Yep.
live wires are plugged in.
We are going to see both of the lights going to be taking height. That is Apo and Llama, and their teammate Spawns is attempting to get up. Movement is not serving him well so far. And we're gonna see
Orange
Llama
team.
actually taking the fight onto Boo Boo. He's gonna be chasing him down, running him down like the dog he is, and taking him down. Spawns helping him out.
Orange team just looking for that reset. They just need to not show presence, or they need to get a sneaky pick. They need to do something. But Casper looking like he wants to force point in a 2v3 scenario. This nullifier could easily make this a 3v1 scenario.
And it looks like Llama's gonna break some sight lines open from above. Not necessarily Rainbow Six, just big exploding barrels. You don't see that much in Rainbow Six. But he's gonna give his teammates
And she spawns
ample
getting a
opportunity.
great flank, taking out Zuki. Now Bobo getting some great shots with that F car. Not gonna be able to find much with it though.
And this fight has gone on very long. It seems like one team has been attempting to reset, but also forcing point. I don't think they're on the same page. But APEZ team is very split and all very low. They all need to play their own separate regens in their corner.
Also getting caught off guard, a little bit too split away from his team. They are gonna need a pick of any kind, but Bobo getting taken out. And it's just gonna be Zuki left. We've seen him get a couple kills back to back before, but there's gonna be not a lot of time. Getting that nullifier, denying that res yet again. APEZ is gonna be forcing Zuki to back up.
I just want it to be known that Spawns was doing 360s off of a pad for the last like 30 seconds.
And it looks like Pink Team's gonna take this.
Yep, that is the game.
Congratulations to the
I don't think anyone's going to be happy seeing suspended structures. But we do see the minigun coming out from Spawns. Oh, he's going to end up going to the light 93-yard dash. As APEZ pulls out the heavy.
Interesting fits we have going on both sides. Not gonna lie.
A little
Double
decision
light.
fatigue. Maybe baiting his team.
Wow, baiting the other team, thinking that they were gonna go heavy, and then he switches last second. That's not allowed, APEZ.
doors are open. Go, go, go.
But we're gonna get started on this
The arena
7th,
is lit by the
8th,
sun and with perfect visibility.
something
The action is
pug that we are gonna be watching today.
The arena's cash out stations are sitting atop
We
suspended
have
structures.
Alcifer. Oh, they do spawn really close to that Vault 1. Orange team has a little bit of a hike all the way over there. But nobody's willing to tap this Vault on flat tops because nobody wants to be caught off guard on these high glitches.
Reloading.
I run over and tap that every time.
Vault fights mean a lot, however, on suspended structures. Getting the advantage is pivotal. You know, getting that tap for his teammate and backs up. And she spawns looking for a big flank. As Bobo
Oh, but he's
knows
gonna
exactly
miss the
right where
nullify.
he is. And he's
He was
teabagging
making
his
all the
teammate.
noise.
The first elimination is official, and with that,
Llama unfortunately missing the queue, so not able to bag with the rest of his boys. But we will get that friendly rivalry between the two teammates every single time. Spawns is going to go down, and they are going to lose the box. However, they could still cut this off in some meaningful way here. He's going to be up in 7 seconds. So, and as I say that, they are going to pad over and make it there before them anyway.
APEZ going to be ratting, maybe looking for some advantage. Maybe looking for some advantage damage. Getting some team-mills taking down 3 bars down from his max HP. Bobo as well. And HG Spawns does miss the gateway, but does make it up onto this point. Casper getting clean damage on APEZ, taking him out. HG Spawns getting caught a little bit off guard as well. Everyone is so split. HG Spawns does get that 1v1 off on Bobo, getting revenge. I would have liked to see the teabag back. As HG Spawns is egoing with 1 HP.
T-Mills is also 1 HP, and he gets down. He gets taken out. Now it's a 1v1 between the light and the medium, and he's gonna take it. Zuki, if you watched what I watched, I think Zuki missed about 6 bursts. Not only that, but then he let his teammate die. But he came in clutch at the very end. That's all you need to do. Who cares? Taking
getting that
suspended
steal,
structure
finally.
with double light. This is going to be very interesting how they play this. There's only a limited amount of spots that they can play split, and that's their whole play style. They don't want to all be on the same plat. They need to start breaking zips. They need to start looking for where they're spawning at. Zuki going to be taking a half HP instantly by that pike. Now, if I'm Zuki here, I demat this shit all the way to the ground.
I mean, that's definitely a smart play. Female's going to be very volatile with that pike. I think it's one of the better medium weapons out of the Moss and nerfs.
Yeah, especially on suspended structures. I mean, this is that you see that gun all the time in ranked.
And
But
we're going to
I
be
don't
doing
know if they
nothing on
have-
Grandma's. They're doing absolutely nothing, not willing to push this. Going to be able to just take the L. This is so crazy.
I don't know what the plan was. Does Calcifer have
The
gateway?
plan is to do nothing.
I don't know if Calcifer had gateway or not. If he's not running gateway, then it was extremely chalked. But if he did, then that's even more concerning because they didn't do anything. They needed to do something.
Yeah, I don't know. Team L's at 1 HP. Going to be just fighting for nothing. The point's already lost. Just fighting for ego at this point. And both teams seemingly, again, doing nothing.
Yeah, both lights are on dash. A dash pad was definitely available there. And we're still just fighting 140 meters away from the box. I can't stress this enough, everybody. Oh, really good catch by Apple. I don't know if you guys caught that. I can't stress this enough, everybody. This fight means nothing. Because whoever wins this is going to run over, tap, and then the other team is just going to know where they're at.
Yo, Pink Team getting the reset. Gonna be taking
Why are we
taking out,
resetting?
Calcifer taking out, and
Why are
Spawn's
we
gonna be
fibbing?
taking Bobo out, and T-Mail's getting rested yet again. Finally, we get a fight.
All
closing.
right, everybody. We're going to walk halfway across the map now to get a tap that's going to spend 20 more seconds of our valuable time. All while the other team is going to respawn before they even get there.
The Boundless are forcing open Vault 2.
Pink Team does spawn in. They do have the positional advantage. It looks like we're gonna be having another fight just like we did. At least the vault is open this time. Dookie gonna be posturing up on this high ground, looking for that head glitch. As Poe does gateway for his team, but Dookie gonna be caught off guard and alone.
He is alone. However, he does have he had three demats to his disposal, so he is going to be able to run away and hide.
Orange team finally gets the plug, and they're going to be sitting on this high ground, just playing their time as Zuki just waits for his opening to rotate back over.
I'm very surprised that Orange team got this plug. I'm not going to lie, because Pink team was in very good position to be able to quickly get that plug. And oh, Team Mill's missing four crucial shots. But he's gonna run Zuki down.
Taking him out.
Oh,
Zuki's
but it
getting
doesn't
run
matter.
down.
And he finally connects it. He gets a kill, and he is going to be... Oh, he's on roller. He is going to be... I can just tell. He is going to be getting that fib. Okay, D-Mat's boo-boo down. Not sure why he did that. They are going to be able to... run to... Not taking high ground. Okay, they're just going to go underground. Calcifer is going to get that... coin back, and he's going to be stealing right now. Team Mills is on point. I don't know if he's alone. I don't think his teammates are... Okay, now they're getting
Our
up.
team just got the reset. Pink team regrouping on the suspended structures. It's going to be T-Mills and Bobo getting some great shots on a Poe and Spawn, with Calcifer also raining hell. 1v1 from HD Spawns.
Oh, Apple doing a lot of damage. Going to be taking out the medium. That's the pike down. Boo Boo having to use his fib early in this fight. And Calcifer is a 1v1 right now against Spawns. Who's going to take that? Spawns pushing him off, but not winning the fight in the end. But Apple in a 1v2 right now, a 1v1.
With Calcifer at 1 HP, he does not know. He does. What a fantastic
He was nullified.
nullify. Getting enough time for that regen. Now if they 1v1, it looks like Pink Team is going to win this because he should have broken the zip. Would have offered him a little bit more time. He does not have the time to steal.
There was a gateway thrown by Calcifer. At the,
Yeah, you're right.
so it did not matter. He was in a checkmate situation. The second he went for that point, he was going to get ran down. So we move on At least we're not going to get another 2-minute stall fest. We will be getting a tap. Right, guys? Right? Why did the light go back to res? Okay. Type shit.
He's going to be making his way over to this tap. He has this god zip, so he can make way.
And both of his teammates right behind him. They should not get jumped here. Pink team should not have a positional advantage there. Orange has the high ground. They should stay up top as much as they can. Probably by flat top or even the building behind it. That's even higher.
Pink team needs to start rotating over to these points and get the points to their back. They're in complete disadvantage here.
Besides getting these shots, if they get a kill right here, it's great, but...
almost getting taken out, but Zuki getting a clean pick on Bobo. Gonna be looking
yep, and now Zuki the pad is going to have Zuki getting... I don't know about that one, G. Yeah, I'm not the biggest fan of fighting right there. I wrapping to D, maybe going top church with your pad and gateway stuff. Like, getting the positional advantage is very good, but Zuki going down there is going to prove very beneficial to Pink as they get that wipe.
That point away.
Yeah, that pad was kind of criminal.
Instantly killed.
Yeah.
Pink team's going to have the advantage going to this next point now.
So which point do you plug here against double light? Me personally, I go D and D-man it down.
I think you definitely want to go D just because, I mean, the Pike is so oppressive against these lights. You could go almost either, but D-matting it down, having those D-mats is definitely the way to go.
I don't even think they play roof. I think they just stay inside of here. You use the Pike as a shotgun. Close range, it beats the MP5.
Timo's going to be using that as a sniper instead of a shotgun. Going to be looking for any sort of damage before they can get over. But AC Spawn's going to be looking for this wraparound as he does. Usually he does get picked off. He's a little bit too loud typically, but a little bit far away. He's out making some noise, trying to make a hook jump. Making a lot of noise, but Calcifer does get to look. He's baiting that inside the building.
And it seems as though they do get the gateway for his teammate. Spawn's going to be put to 1 HP. They are going to push off that. Nope, they went back. Spawn's still 1 HP, managing to go underneath Calcifer. He's outside of Zuki's building right now. He's not with them. So if they go for the steal, he is going to be flanking Calcifer, getting a huge kill. That's the light down. So it's just 2 mediums. They have to face check this. They have to go in. They will get the fib.
Force point.
The force did not go through. I think there was a nullification happening. Apo trying to get the medium jumping over right now.
Huge squabble, and T-Mills is his last up, getting that res on Calcifer. But it's going to be put into a 2v2 scenario. Poe getting taken out, taking out T-Mills, and Spawn's taking out Calcifer.
The Pike shots at the very end there were not good enough. The double light team with the Serb is going to take it. Apo 9 kills, Spawn 7 kills. Definitely the MVPs of this game, doing as much as they can with their ranged weapons on this game of Monaco.
That's going to be an orange team victory. Opposed Spawns, the double light with Zuki going to be taking out the victory.
I heard production throwing his phone down.
For tuning into TNT. On this week's episode, the battle of the century, something you didn't know you were waiting for until now. Andrews Town versus Truce, a special rules 1v1 single match throwdown to decide who is the MGL king.
Yep. StN, you're muted.
Yup.
Who do you have your money on here with this MGL? We got Chardenstein from Andrews Town.
I think Sonsoyo takes it. I'm not gonna lie.
You think I take you with this MGL?
Sonsoyo in 5.
I mean, we got a fantastic match. I'm not sure how this is gonna play out. It's gonna be insane to see an MGL 1v1. I'm not sure if they're gonna be playing outside, inside, what kind of environment they're gonna be playing in. But only time will tell. Here we go, right here, right now. We got the MGL Kaboom Championship. King of Kaboom. We got Truce charging in straight ahead, breaking out and breaking and entering. He's going to be going for this high ground to fight Andrews Town. Both players starting off strong, getting that goo down, gonna be hitting.
Do they have the
some
same kit?
great
Pyro
damage.
mines?
I do think they have the same kit. I have not seen goo, but Andrewstown does have
that's
that,
a bub.
that bub out. Gonna be using his advantage with that MGL bubble. I think Truce is gonna be running goo, no bubble potentially, which could be giving Andrewstown some incredible angles. Both players gonna be swinging around.
This is riveting gameplay.
All right, this is for all the marbles of the best MGL. Andrewstown could get dethroned right here, right now. Everyone has been saying Andrewstown is the best MGL. He's even played it in comp, getting some headway in the comp scene, but Bruce might dethrone him. The low ground, not a place you ever want to be. Not getting any damage. Andrewstown looking for something. As he drops that bubble, playing aggressively. Bruce probably is going to get the first kill here, taking out Andrewstown in a 1-0.
Wow, that was a lot of damage by the MGL. I think at least 10. And then the rest of it just charge and slam. Really using his kit to his full ability. Very skillful what we're seeing here, folks.
That charge and slam coming in strong with the nerfs. Andrewstown gonna get some free fires. That red bro getting a great hit. That's almost half his HP. That charge and slam could finish him off. This might just be a charge and slam fight, folks. There's not much he can do. He needs to push his advantage. Andrewstown's probably gonna get his heals back as his charge and slam gets stopped. His regen. Andrewstown gets taken out yet again from a shot around the corner.
Reloading.
All calculated.
You only need to pass Geometry 1 to be able to use the MGL. It's not even that difficult. Andrewstown continually going for this height. This is insanity. I don't think we're going to be seeing much of anything. He's going for that charge slam again. He's got to be going for that damage. It's all just charge and slam. Truce is probably going to be taken down. Andrewstown both holding down their angles, going to look for their regen. Andrewstown going to use that hold to his advantage.
Truce, 1 HP. Can Andrewstown find it? He does.
Andrewstown finally gets on the board. This is going to be a long game, folks, but this is all the marbles here. We got 2 minutes left in this round. Who will take the advantage? We're going to have Andrewstown looking for that charge. Truce using that goo to block the damage. Effectively does that. Going to be getting a charge slam of his own. Both players dropping down. Truce looking to tie things up, but Andrewstown gets that advantage, and now is going to be a 2-2.
Wow.
This is not what STN signed up for at all on this TNT Thursday night. He did not expect this to be happening. An MGL 1v1 to send off the night.
I enjoy MGL. I think it's level 1 with 0 experience on it in my kit.
0 experience. I know you're a big Charge and Slam fan.
I love Charge and Slam, yep.
But 1 HP, Andrewstown could finish this off.
Truce, actually 38 HP. Don't know where Andrewstown is. I don't think he does either.
Andrewstown using that Charge and Slam to get the angle.
Oh, stopping the regen. He's going to hit two at a time. 2 back-to-back. Puts him back to 1 HP. Going to be going up the zip, taking high ground. Going to have the ultimate advantage in this MGL fight. You always want high ground.
The zip line.
He knew exactly where he was.
This fight is going to be going down to this last kill right here. Truce is going to be really playing this high ground.
Yeah, Truce has thrown 3 goos, and I still don't know what he's trying to do. Andrewstown going to hit 2 consecutive shots, running into... They both whipped... Okay, what are we doing? Sorry. Andrewstown going in, but the RPG was waiting for him.
This is the last kill of the match, most likely.
Andrewstown can't RPG. He couldn't RPG because he was going to kill himself. Truce knew that, and he just ran him down like the dog he is.
Andrewstown has to go in so aggressive. This could be it to tie it up, or could be going into the second round on a tie. Andrewstown getting charged and slammed. Getting pyro-minded. It looks like he's going to be taken out.
If Andrewstown loses this, he lost
1 HP, and it looks like Truce is going to take round 1.
Andrewstown lost to a dude that had no cooldowns while coming off of a fresh respawn. Don't know how that happened. We're going into the next round, 1-0.
Let's see if Andrewstown has that dog on him. and can clutch out this next round.
Now, this is off the record. Chat, you don't hear this. Is this 2 rounds or 2 games that we're playing?
I believe it's the round 1 match. Winner takes all. We got 15 minutes of MGL action potentially if Andrewstown does get this round.
Oh.
Big RPG from Andrewstown.
Wow, using that charge and slam.
Disadvantage.
Max
1
damage.
HP, using that Q, but does get the melee.
Wow, getting the melee should be illegal, but it is what it is.
I mean, he is using his MGL to hit him. It is
Brings
kind of
the
the point.
Pyro
Charge and
Mines.
slam should be illegal, though.
Charge and slam.
I mean, this is basically a charge and slam fight, and the MGL is just used to finish off that.
This could be a completely different fight if they really wanted. Oh, that Pyro Mine. Not going to be doing damage. He's using it at the last second. Andrewstown with a huge
all the
bomb.
damage yet again. Andrewstown does get away. Gonna be buying his time.
Oh, Truce egging up. Truce used the emote, the egg. Not sure what strategic value it brought to his gameplay, but he did it mid-fight.
Looking to hide, using that top hat to gain a little bit of extra height on this.
This is top-tier MGL fighting, folks.
These are 2 of the best MGLs. Andrewstown looking for great angles on this. That goo is going everywhere, creating so much chaos in this arena.
Oh, yeah, this is great. This is high-level stuff.
Gonna be looking for that reloading his RPG, reloading his MGL, using that DMAT, that heavy DMAT, but Andrewstown getting a RPGing himself, evening up the fight on this damage. He's DMATting through the wall with that damaging DMAT. Andrewstown needs to be pushing this advantage if he ever wants to get this kill. He's wasting his charge this time. That was a bold move, but Truce getting the pick. I think the wasting of the charge time was his biggest mistake. That seems to be like the best way to get damage in this MTL fight.
Wow.
We got an orange barrel. I'm not sure what he's trying to do there. He's going to be using this. Whoa, he's goof flinging himself. Movement techers. And he's going to egg up and hide, but it gets broken out.
What am I watching?
I am not sure. This is just some spaghetti all over the place. We're launching eggs everywhere.
He needs to unbind that shit. He did it twice. Oh, he's got charge and slam. He's going to hold W now.
This charge and slam, wasting his charge and slam. Andrewstown now has the advantage and can use his own charge and slam against Truce. Truce getting taken out with that Pyro Mine, landing on top of it. That was crazy. Oh my gosh. I mean, Andrewstown with a 10 million IQ play, he knew exactly where that fight would end up and knew he could charge and slam right on top of it and explode Truce and himself up.
We've been watching 8 minutes for 8 kills. I just want to let that be known.
It looks like this might be an Andrewstown victory. All he needs to do is not give this up. He needs to get something. Truce wastes that charge slam and that
9 HP. 9 HP. Beat his ass. Wait.
Andrewstown does get the kill.
No, he didn't.
It counted in the top left. I saw it go up. It says 300. He was at 200. Even though Truce did kill himself, it did count for some reason. Usually it does not.
Oh, Andrew is blue. I'm dumb. I thought whoever I was watching was blue. Oh, the RPG's whiffed.
We got yet another hallway fight. Andrewstown just needs to buy his time. Only 40 seconds left. He needs to stall as long as he can. He can die potentially once using that new barrel to his advantage to get the steal. 30 seconds left. It doesn't look like Truce is going to have any opportunity to take back this fight. He's just sitting in a corner where he needs to play aggressively.
He gooed himself into a corner when he's down 2.
Truce not really using his brain. I mean, I guess he does have an MGL in his hand. It does kind of make sense.
Oh, he's getting beat.
Andrewstown going to be meleeing.
Last second.
Big brain. Andrewstown just sitting there looking at him. Got 8 seconds left. And we're going to be going to the round 3 to finish off. This could not be closer, folks.
Wow, we're going to round 3.
This could not be closer. Who will be the king of Kaboom?
Wow.
And going into this final match, we got the last variant of TDM on Vegas. A much more indoor focus, but there is a high ground. Andrewstown potentially going to be looking to go there. No, he does not. He's going to be playing this rooftop, looking for some bit of information. He's walking directly towards Truce. As he drops down, wastes his charge time. That is an incredible move. 1000 IQ of wasting that charge time, because that is the best way to gain the damage advantage. Andrewstown with the height advantage, lobbing MGL shots in randomly, not hitting a single one of them.
Truce has a level 10 MGL.
Truce with the level 10 MGL. What is Andrewstown rocking? What skin has he got today?
Oh.
You know this is a good match when we're talking about the skins over the gameplay. Yeah.
Truce killed himself because he shot Andrew's bubble. And that's why MGL is terrible. It doesn't stick.
Using that animation pack, revving his MGL. Andrewstown in an advantage. Truce is not going to be making any headway on this fight. He does have Lockbull. It's an interesting pick.
Lockbull instead of Pyromines.
Pyromines.
He had Pyromines last time.
Nobody knows where anybody is. Truce is going to be meleeing this, looking for something. Not going to be able to lock Andrewstown down as Andrewstown just continually runs away. Looks like he's going to be playing a stall methodology with this one kill. Getting a big charge and slam as Truce follows up himself in the zone. Andrewstown at half HP and Truce also pretty low himself. Andrewstown decides to drop down, getting that kill on Truce. And it looks like Andrewstown is getting a little bit into the swing of things. Maybe that round 1 was a little bit of a flub.
He had a slow start.
Truce yet again on this low ground. It seems like it's not doing him much well. He's playing this rat play style. He's gonna charge through. What a great charge idea, but does not get any damage with that. As Andrewstown does get a big charge of his own. Truce RPGs himself, and now it's just 1 HP on Truce. Andrewstown just needs to melee him, and he chases him down, and Truce gets away. Will he get away yet again? He does get that.
How is he alive?
Andrewstown, 1 HP.
How did we mess that up? It's okay.
And everyone's gonna look for a reset. Andrewstown, every team here. 1v1.
Wait, how is
Andrewstown kills himself with his own Pyromine. Essentially, as Truce gets the final hit with that charge slam.
If I'm Andrew, I camp him.
Exactly, that's what I've been saying. Truce only needs 1 more kill, wasting that RPG, but does get some great angles and initial damage on Truce. What great angles! Hitting some great shots. Truce is just gonna be running away. Gonna throw that goo, block off the entrance of Andrewstown, DMAS straight through that wall. Using his medium to his advantage, allowing him to rotate very quickly. Truce running away, playing this corner, gonna be holding strong in this room as Andrewstown tries to find a single way in, but Truce still needs 1 kill to tie this thing up. We could be going to a final death if
Wow.
this ends up in a tie.
Wow.
It could be quite interesting. Truce needs 1 more shot on Andrewstown, but cannot seem to find it. As he does 1 more minute, and I mean, I don't think anyone's gonna die in this 1 minute. I mean, we've been only seeing about 1 kill every minute in this entire match, so it looks like Truce is gonna be ratting up into a corner, and Andrewstown is probably gonna struggle to find him. And we could be going to a sudden death.
We're camping?
I mean, you told Andrewstown to camp out Truce and play the long game. Now
It's
you
a
don't want
1v1
to camp.
NGL show match.
They're going to be looking for a last fight in 30 minutes. All the marbles here. Truce is going to be using this jump pad to his advantage, getting some high ground. As Andrewstown gets a little too split up, you know, I would place my bets on the sudden death match and just
If they just
camp
stay on this
everyone out.
pad, they don't kill each other. I'm
Yes,
letting you
exactly.
know. I'm letting you know that right now. There we go.
Oh, Truce getting some great advantage. Andrewstown 3 more in the last 5 seconds. Andrewstown gets taken out and Truce takes the victory.
He egged!
That kept us all on the edge of our seats. The live wires surged ahead in this team.
And Truce
Truly a performance.
dethroning Andrewstown, question mark? Is that what's happening? And Truce locking in, keeping the top hat of the MGL championship. Wow.
Wow.
What a show match.